grilled cheese. Saw one fucking video about this game, and I had to hop back on. What was I doing? It's still early, and I don't even work. Well, not tomorrow. Let's get this back open. Kerbal Gooner program 7.5. Now, there we go. Do some contracts. Why is it telling me to do that again? Ooh! Min-miss. Build a new outpost for this agency that could support 5 Kerbals on the surface. That's a bit much for us. A new orbital station. Oh my god. That's a bit much. You serious? Orbital station. Do we actually have to build a satellite? Alright. If I'm gonna be building a fucking satellite, communication satellite. Ooh. Let's see. Let's turn this on.
Communication satellite. Start by choosing your probe core. I'm going to choose a hex. Now to make sure we can rotate, I add some SAS and some batteries. On the sides, I add 3 static solar panels. Now hex. Now to make sure we can rotate, I add some SAS and some batteries. On the sides, I add 3 static solar panels. Now on the other 3 sides, we need to add some antennas. Alternatively, you could place a bigger antenna on the top of the satellite and place some batteries here on the sides instead. Optionally, if you're playing in science or career mode, you might want to put some science experiments on the satellite too. But just like that, the payload is ready. Now let's build out enough.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, this significant. This looks like the easiest one for me. Build a new orbital station. Like, yo, How is that easier than conducting temperature? Surface outpost, orbital station, a satellite. Should we try for this? Orbit has to be exactly that. Around the moon when we decouple a fucking satellite. Has to be an unmanned probe. For Sean's cannery. I need to take a picture of this. Jesus. This is our first actual mission. We've explored the moon. And this is going to be so much harder. Maybe. I just need to get the hang of this. I know nothing about satellites. So, back to YouTube. What's this got to be? An unmanned probe. Basic probe.
Hello everyone and welcome.
This guy's pretty early in the game. Mike Haben. Yo. Thought that was gonna be a 20 minutes.
I'm looking at getting some of these probe parts. So let's jump to the VAB and get probe bodies as you move in the direction once you're done orienting it around it. Fuel tank, and since it's going to be a small probe, we're going to start small.
I need shorts. Interstellar probe. Are you?
Today I'm going to show you how to build.
I'm starting to think this is the best. Like, goddamn. If we need to make a probe, an unmanned probe, we might as well take the contract. What? Not moon landing. Yo, is YouTube stupid? Landing every jewel moon. So at this point,
Start small. We're going to grab it. Mark 2 and Mark 1. We're not landing this on Kerbal. We're landing easier if you were to ask me. Why did I put them, by the way, right there? Well, you actually, non-twirlers hold the baton in the middle for a reason, right? So, some fuel and some engines and see where we get. So we got some new fuel tanks that I've unlocked, and right here is the smallest fuel tank that we have available, the Oscar B fuel tank. And since it's going to be a small probe, we're going to should be pretty familiar with. Mark 1 landing can talk about that in the future. What I really want to take a look at are these two guys. These are our so far unlocked probe bodies. The first one you unlock is the Probo-Dobudyne Staputnik probe body, and the next one is the Probo-Dobudyne Octo probe body. And there's better probe bodies as you move your way up the tech tree, but I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about the difference between these two because it's orientation. You can't turn it. Which to shoot. Okay, let's start building this thing. Let's start putting on some fuel and some engines and see where we get. So we've got some new fuel tanks that I've unlocked, and right here is the smallest fuel tank that we have available, the Oscar B fuel tank. And since it's going to be a small, how small we are building these things. That's great. Okay, let's look at engines. We also have some smaller engines. We actually have some bigger engines, but right now we're looking at smaller engines. And in fact, I'm looking at this one, the LV-1 liquid fuel engine. We're going to plunk that down on the bottom. We're going to see what we're going to get. And we look down here to the bottom right, and we see 680 meters per second. Oh, that's
Yo, I'm such a cheater. I just need to watch this video.
Don't forget, the default is Delta V is always.
I'm not going step by step. I just need to see what he does.
We're going to be doing all of this burning in a vacuum. In fact, the ANT engine is a really bad atmospheric engine. If you take a look at it and look at its stats, remember its ISP, that tells you how efficient it is. At sea level, SCASL, it has an ISP of 80, but in a vacuum, it's 350.
3x.
It's designed as a vacuum engine, so that's
Video will be
vacuum. And suddenly our Delta V is up to
4
2,678.
minutes.
More than twice what we need. We're not done building yet, but that's at least encouraging.
Okay.
That's what we're going to need. Okay, up next, communication. That's something I haven't talked about too much. We'll go down to the communication tab. And the reason why I haven't talked about it too much is because I haven't transmitted any science yet. The plan with this probe is to put on the surface of the leave it there. It's not coming back. So we're going to get science. We need to transmit it back to the KSC. The other thing as well is, like in all our previous tests, we've had a turbo flying vessel. This one is going to be flown remotely. In order to fly remotely, you need to communicate with it. So let's scroll up to the 3 antennas that we've unlocked so far. I'm going to start with this one. I'm not going to use it, but there's one thing I do want to draw attention to. We go to antenna type. This says
Sorry. That's a bit much.
relay. If I go to either of the other two, it says direct. So what's the difference? Well, a relay is, as the word implies, designed to grab a signal from some vessel and then relay that on to the KSC, or actually potentially to another relay. You have relays going to relays as well. That is a topic all into itself, a fascinating topic within the game. I'll stick a link to one of the more advanced videos that I've done. But it's beyond the topic of what I want to talk about now. I want to talk about direct ones. We have the Communitron 16S. And the
Long
Communitron 16,
story
which are
short,
actually stats,
which one are we using?
And its tolerances. The
Get to
Communitron
the
16S
point,
are used inside
buddy.
an atmosphere. They're tough. It won't break. Well, at least it's tough.
I love
All
you,
Communitron
Mike
16S are
Avon,
used
but
outside, well, at least not while you're moving through an atmosphere, which is exactly what we're going to be using it for. Now, if I get down here, it talks about data transmission and ranges and things like that. Again, a topic that really is beyond the scope of this video. For Minus, putting on 2 of these works fine, which is great. In fact, if you're going to the moon, you actually only need 1. Again, up there on the right, popping up right now is a video that goes over all the math, and you can take a look at that to your discretion. Next, well, science, right? Science is next. We got to think about science. We do have the Science Junior and
this guy, all that talking just to add to.
Mystery Goo. These work best when you bring them back home. We can transmit some data, but it's not a huge amount. So I'm not going to use them. They're quite a bit of mass with negligible gain. Instead, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the press map barometer, and we're going to use the thermometer. Okay, up next, electricity. Let's do electricity. So we have here off-sat volcanic solar panels for generating our electricity need, and I'm going to put on 4 of them. 4 will
Okay,
be
so
more
just
than enough.
added everything
And
to the side.
yeah, that'll be fine. Then that looks better too. Now, when this thing, if you can imagine, sitting on the surface, the sun could easily be overhead, not like at some 90-degree angle like this. So what we're going to do, and this is also going to be for looks, we're going to turn these 45 degrees. So we're going to use the rotation tool. We're going to take off the snap, and we're going to just grab this red circle, and we're going to rotate this until they look about 45 degrees, just like that.
Okay, maybe we should go put a few parts on. You only had 1, right? Yo, I'm such a cheater.
And then we're going to take the move tool, and we're going to use the thermometer. Okay, up next.
So bad. Did that guy really put mystery glue on the side? Yo,
Electricity. So we have
I'm
here
so
off-sat volcanic
bad.
solar panels for generating our
I just need to put the solar panels on 45. That's what I came here to do. That's it. And then you rotated them. What is this scuffed shit he's making me build?
electricity need, and I'm going to put on 4 of them. 4 will be more than enough. And yeah, that'll be fine. That looks better. Now, when this thing, if you can imagine it sitting on the surface, the sun could easily be overhead, not like at some 90-degree angle like this. So what we're going to do, and this is also going to be for looks, we're going to turn these 45 degrees. So we're going to use the rotation tool. We're going to take off the snap, and we're going to just grab this. We're going to pull them out a little bit. Ooh, that's looking all right. Just like that. We're going to take off the snap, and we're going to just grab this red, adjust their positions a little bit. So we're going to slide them up like that. We're going to pull them out a little bit.
Are you serious? Hey, that's it. Right?
That's not right, just like that. I like that. There we go. So there's our solar panels. We also need some electrical storage. I do have a new battery that I've unlocked. It said 200 rechargeable battery bank. Twice the storage capacity of the said 100. Note the 200 over the 100. We don't need a lot. We're going to stick that under here. Sits nice and there we go. We're starting to look at Pro. Those are Delta V still over 2,000 meters per second. That is sounding good. The only other thing we need.
Delta V's still at 2,000 meters per second. What? No, we're not.
Well, we've got to land it, don't we? Need to put on some landing legs. So we're going to go here to the ground tab. We have used these on our airplane. Just in this episode. Beside it, we have the LT-05 micro landing strap. These are the smallest of the landing straps. This is a small little guy, so should be perfectly fine. And I want to talk about direct ones.
Where the fuck did this guy get 2,000 Delta V?
Your B fuel tank. This is going to be a small probe. We're going to start small. Fuel engine. We're going to ISP that tells you how efficient it is. At sea level, that's the ASL. It has an ISP of E, but in a vacuum, it's 315. It is designed as a vacuum engine, so and that's the way we're going to use it. So we're going to switch this to vacuum and.
This guy. We're gonna switch to vacuum. With our mod menu. Oh wait.
Our Delta V is up to 250. Don't forget, the default for this Delta V is always like at altitude, right? And we're going to be doing all of this burning in a vacuum. In fact, the Ant engine is a really bad atmospheric engine. If we take a look at it and look at its stats, remember it's ISP that tells you how efficient it is. At sea level, that's the ASL. It has an ISP of 80, but in a vacuum, it's 315. It is designed as a vacuum engine, so and that's the way we're going to use it. So we're going to switch this to vacuum, and suddenly our Delta V is up to 2,678, more than twice what we need. But we're not done building yet, but that's at least encouraging. That
oh my
this is
god.
all we're going to need. Okay, up next, communication. That's something I haven't talked about too much. So we'll go down to the communication tab. And the reason why 16S is meant to be used.
That is guys so smart. Now, before I forget, since I'm thinking about it, and then
inside an atmosphere, if they're tough, it won't break. Well, right now is a video that goes over all the math, and you can take a look at that. 1,000 meters per second, that is sounding good. Nice wide stance. These are on our airplane, just in the most recent episode. Beside it, we have the LT-05 micro landing strap. These are the smallest of the landing straps. This is a small little guy, so should be perfectly fine. And I see we'll put on the snap. And you know what? I think 4 is. Don't need that. Nope, that's. I'm gonna put 3 on here. Stick them on there like that. The one thing you want to make sure with your landing
C toggle snap X
legs is that the pads of the landing legs are well below your engine bell. You do not want the engine bell hitting the ground. First, you want the landing legs clearly hitting the ground. First, make sure you take a look at that. You also want to have a nice wide stance. These are looking pretty good, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with them just the way they are. So we're going to right-click on them, and instead of having them start, we're going to have them start retracted rather than extended, so they're tucked up nicely. Really fine. We'll talk about this more next episode. Is having some lights on there really do help with landing, even when you're landing during the daytime, which we are fully intending on doing. So I'm going to go over to the utility. The shape. I'm going to pick Mark 1. I look like rabbit ears on a TV, and I really just aged myself with that comment. There we go. There is our probe. So let's take a look at our stats. We have 1,642 meters per second. That's 300 meters per second more than our budget. That should be ample. That makes me feel good. I think this thing should go. No, the way it is, it's great. But I also need to take a look at thrust to weight ratio. So down here, TWR says 0.42. Now, I mentioned we built orbital spacecraft before. Once you are in orbit, we'll find the TS-06 stack separator. It's a nice small size for a nice small probe. It will sit in there just great. All right. Next, this is a really awkward shape that won't. There we go. There is our probe. Same as just the shape. I'm going to pick Mark 1. They're nice. They're roundy, like rounds things. When you're landing during the daytime, landing legs are twice the storage capacity of the said 100. Note the 200 over the 100. We don't need a lot. We're going to stick that under here. Sits nice in there. Put on the snap, and you know what? I think 4 is. Don't need that. Nope, that's. I'm going to put 3 on here. Stick them on there like that. The one thing you want to make sure with your landing legs is that the pads of the landing legs are well below your engine bell. You do not want the engine bell hitting the ground. First, you want the landing legs clearly hitting the ground first, so make sure you take a look at that. You also want to have a nice wide stance. These are looking pretty good, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with them just the way they are. So we're going to right-click on them, and instead of having them start, we're going to have them start retracted rather than extended, so they're tucked up nice like that. And we'll extend them, obviously, when we go to land. Now, this is starting to look like a probe. And this actually will work perfectly fine. This thing's serviceable right now, but I really find, and we'll talk about this more next episode, is having some lights on there really do help with landing, even when you're landing during the daytime, which we are fully intending on doing. So I'm going to go over to the utility tab, and up here at the top, we have the Illuminator Mark 1. There's 2 different ones, the Illuminator Mark 2 and Mark 1. They are exactly the same, it's just the shape. I'm going to pick the Mark 1, they're nice, they're roundy, I like these things. And we're going to stick them down here at the bottom, facing downwards. This will help us land, you'll see that. And now we're going to get into this. Exactly the same, it's just the shape. I'm going to pick the Mark 1, they're nice, they're roundy, I like these things. And we're going to stick them down here at the bottom, facing downwards. This will help us land. Now this is starting to look like a probe, and this actually will work perfectly fine. This thing's serviceable right now, but I really find, and we'll talk about this more next episode, is having some lights on there really do help with landing, even when you're landing during the daytime, which we are fully intending on doing. So I'm going to go over to the utility tab, and up here at the top we have the Illuminator Mark 1. There's two different ones. They kind of look like Rapid 2 and Mark 1. They are exactly the same, it's just the shape. I'm going to pick the Mark 1, they're nice, they're round.
I guess. First time we use them. We don't need lights though. It's down here.
I like these things. And we're going to stick them down here at the bottom facing downwards. This will help us land, you'll see that. And now we're going to get into aesthetic mode. We're going to grab these, and I'm just going to rotate them out like this a little bit. There we go. So that, you know, when I extend them, they kind of look like rabbit ears on a TV, and I have really just aged myself with that comment. There we go, there we go. There is our probe. So let's take a look at our stats. We have 1,642 meters per second. That's 300 meters per second more than our budget. That should be ample. That makes me feel good. I think this thing should go, though the way it is, I think it's great. But I also need to take a look at thrust to weight ratio. So down here, TWR says 0.42. Now, I mentioned we built orbital spacecraft before. Once you are in orbit, doing orbital maneuvers in space doesn't require a great large thrust to weight ratio. In fact, for orbital maneuvering, 0.42 is more than adequate. It will do fine. But when it comes to powered landings, you need it to be more than 1, and actually quite a bit more than 1, for the body on which you are landing. So for instance, if we take a look up here at the top of our delta V. Next, this is a really, really awkward shape where we'll find the TS-06 stack separator. It's a nice small size for a nice small probe. It will sit in there just great. All right, next, this is a really, really awkward shape that won't have fun being pushed through the atmosphere. We need to contain it within a shell, well, to protect it. Well, thankfully, if I go under payload, I have here the AE-551 Airstream Protective Shell, otherwise known as a fairing. And if I click on that and put it under here, we get ourselves. Next, this is a really, really awkward shape that won't have fun being pushed through the atmosphere. Probe, it will sit in there just great. All right. Next, this is a really, really awkward shape.
How the fuck's this?
Where we'll find the TS-06 stack separator. It's a nice small size.
Stack separator. Oh my god. I'm done. Bro, I just need to finish.
Our nice small probe, it will sit in there just great. All right. Next, this is a really, really awkward shape that won't have fun being pushed through the atmosphere. We need to contain it within a shell. Well, to protect it. Well, thankfully, if I go under payload, I have here the AE-551 Airstream Protective Shell, otherwise known as a fairing. And if I click on that and put it under here, we get ourselves a nice little base. But more than that, actually, we're starting to build, and then I right-click by mistake, so I got to right-click on it again, and we're going to build a fairing. So as we go up, notice what's happening here. We're
What? Huh? Oh my god, I need.
We're building a nice shell to go around it. Now, notice where it says place cross-section, right there at the top. Notice how it goes orange and white and green. You want it to be green. You do not want this shell flipping with any of the parts of your payload. And you might want to just adjust the camera to make sure that isn't happening. So I'm looking around here. Oh, there we go. I'm looking for it to be green. It says place cross-section and LNB is left mouse button. So I click the left mouse button.
We are learning shit
There it is.
tonight.
And then I can produce the next section of the shell. We can come up a little bit higher.
So that's how you make
I'll come a
fairing.
little bit closer because
I'm
it's a little
stupid.
tighter here. We'll click on the load. Awesome. We're going to go through the other menu items over there in a second.
Look
What
like?
we want to do at this point,
What the
close
hell
fairing,
is
which
that?
means you can close this off.
God damn. Alright. Wait. Oh, a little bit. Huh? Stop it. That's quite the fucking fairing. A little bit wide on the hips, though. That's how we like them.
And we have a nice protective shell around our payload. Awesome. We're going to go through the other menu items that were there in a second, but what we want to do at this point is we do want to test this. So I'm going to give this thing a name, and not to break with precedent, this is going to be our 6th rocket. Here we go. Save that, and we're going to launch it. And what you want to do is make sure the fairing can go away cleanly. Sometimes it glitches with parts of the payload. It can be a little bit ugly. The fairing is attached to the bottom of our staging group, so all I have to do is stage, and there it goes. You can see it kind of breaks off in all these pieces. It broke off just fine. I like to call this the confetti deploy, but there's other ways to do it. Let's revert back to the vehicle assembly building. We're going to right-click on the fairing base, and over here we have at the top the
Damn. Kind of fast.
Clamshell deploy. I really like the clamshell deploy. I'll show it to you. Well, let's actually show it right now. See how they break off.
Oh.
Kind of nice like that. Now sometimes the clamshell deploy can get a little... There we go. That's I think going to work for us really well. Like that. Now sometimes the clamshell deploy can get a little bit glitchy. I'll show you some tricks in order to minimize that. One thing you can do is increase the force, especially if your fairing is really, really big. You'll probably want to do that. I don't think you need to here, but the other thing I like to do, I like to increase the number of sides. The more sides you put on it, I find the cleaner it tends to come off. I'm gonna put this one on 3 sides. It's not a huge fairing. There we go. That's I think going to work for us really well. Then of course came time to build the booster, and as I already have a video on that topic, I'm not going to spend really too much time with this, other than to mention 2 new things. Let's take a look at a new part that I have. But go under command and control. We've seen the small inline is much easier. Baton twirlers hold the... This with planes a couple of episodes. Ask towards the...
It's a booster. There's not much else to say about it. Probably want this one. Some wings. How much Delta V he got? 5,000. What did he do?
Sides. We've seen the small inline reaction wheels, but now let's take a look at a... There we go. That's
How much was he at here?
Besides, it's not huge. There we go. That's I think going to work for us really well. Then of course came time to build the booster, and as I already have...
1642. How much is that? Wait. Okay, a little bit more. What does he have that's different?
A video on...
What's that engine? Could it have been a swivel? I don't think so. How's he so much better?
That topic, I'm not going to spend really too much time with... Show it to you. Well, it's actually reaction wheels with significantly more torque.
He's got 2 of these big ones.
And also a bigger size. We're going to take these, we're going to stick them right in here. This is going to make controlling this booster way easier. Almost cheatingly easier if you... Reaction wheels with significantly more torque.
Advanced incline stabilizer. Okay, they actually brought the Delta V up. What the fuck?
And also a bigger size. We're going to take these, we're going to stick them right in here. This is going to make controlling this booster way easier.
else did he
Almost cheatingly easier if you were to ask me. Why did I put them, by the way, right there? Well, you actually, if I click on the center of mass overlay, it's good to get your reaction wheels as close to the center of mass as you can. That's the easiest.
3,500, 3,600. Alright, so what the fuck? Does he have a different engine? Is 3,700 enough to get into
Place from which for you to turn an object. Imagine holding a long, thin object, maybe like a great big metal. But you can see these are now very, very close. Center of lift to be well behind the center to here. But the other thing I like to do, I like to increase the number of sides. The more sides you put on it, I find the cleaner it tends to come off. I'm gonna put this one on 3 sides. It's not huge. Let's take a look at a new part that I have. But go under command and control. We've seen the small inline tends to come off. I'm gonna put this one on 3 sides. It's not huge. There we go. That's I think going to work for us really well. Then of course came time to build the booster, and as I already have a video on that topic, I'm not going to spend really too much time with this.
Why does he get to have so much Delta V and not me? Oh my god. That was why. Oop. Just trying to grab the wing. I do like 4 wings. Alright. Gooner Probe 1. Going to the moon. Will it make it? Fucking hell, it better. 5,000 Delta V. There's no way we're not making it. What the fuck? But, oh, it has to be on an exact course. What was their contract? We've got a probe ready for the moon. But where's it gotta go? What else we got? Equilateral orbit of the moon. I'll take that. Add it. Repair satellite in orbit of the moon. Okay, buddy. We don't have any. Has to be built for. How do we know? Oh, do I have to change the decal? If it has to be built for a certain. What? What do you mean it has to be built for them? Yeah, what do you mean decal? What? Because I swear, if we put this bitch in orbit, and then they start saying, "Oh, you didn't do it because it's not built for us." After the contract is accepted, okay. That has an antenna and can generate power. We have that. It's fully assembled. I have an SC9001 Science Junior. Don't fucking do this to me. Has to be on it. Man. Oh. Wait. Oh. Are you fucking with me? What was the other one? I swear, if it says SC9001, it better just be any unmanned. Oh. Have a thermometer. Maintain stability for 10 seconds. Alright, we're doing this one. Fuck that. Cancel contract. Accept. And now should be good. I think. Dial decouple. Gooner probe 1. Hour first. How is this? How is this gonna go? And our contract. Ugh. You know what? I'm gonna mark it on the screen. Yeah. Let's close. That's why we're lagging. What the fuck? We have so many tabs open. Let me add text. AP needs to be 201 773. PE needs to be 178 286. And then damn. Just stick it in the corner there. Should be good. Whoops. Why the fuck do I keep tabbing out? And I need to do it again. Then I'm gonna have to get into orbit. Ah. Vacuum. Save. Launch. Now. Oh boy. been to the moon a few times, so we at least know the controls here. Is this gonna work? Fucking better. Oh shit, wrong way. Oh fuck me. Cut engine. Oh my god, controls are so... Alright, we're gonna want to point maybe here. And let's hold it. Now let's hit it. No, wrong way. Oh, what happened? Oh my god. God damn. Looks like we need to go higher. I should say save. I'm gaining Delta V. That is amazing. Because of that. That one's going down. I think if we just hold this, we're 10% of the way to the atmosphere. Oh boy. But we're climbing in speed. Come on. First satellite to the moon. A little early. Be a lot easier if I had some fucking systems here pointing me. Alright, let's just climb for a bit. Oop. Not that much. Oh shit. 1600. Oh fuck. so stupid. That's not even doing. That is not. Whoops. I need a little bit more fuel. Wait. Is that why? No shot, it's because they reset. Okay, if I added more fuel though. What the hell? Let's say I had a fucking medium one. Let's see. Okay, 4,000 delta V. Pretty sure that's still set. Wait. Yeah, because once we go up, that raises blah blah blah. Can this get me off? I'm stupid. Boosters. Couple boosters and we're done. Fucking easy. We don't need anything too big though. Let's put some. How heavy are these? Oh, that's fine. Wait. Three tons, 1.5, 24, 7. Well, that might be a little bit too much power, but I don't read it. 5,400. Fuck it, we ball. Oh boy. Boosters, decouple. Engine. Wait, no, we don't need that. We'll just swap these. Fuck. Engine, decouple. Pop this off. And then rocket. Okay. Fucking boosters doing their job. Damn, they're going fast. Hold up now. Hold up now. Don't blow up. You good. going kind of fast though. Oh shit. Thank God. Maybe don't do that. Ah! No, wait. Ah, I have to reset them. Engine. Let's put... whatever. Let me edit title. Nah, that's too long. Now I'm just dicking around. Don't hit. Lower. Gotta drop the decouplers. Oh, yeah, that's a little low. And then use the move tool. Why did... that's fine. Just... what do I even need for? Now, staging is wrong again. Should be better. Lower thrust. And wait, I did the opposite. Fuck me. I want my decouplers higher so they don't smack into me. And then Come on, Gooner. Fuck me, that's true. It's unmanned. I was about to say, Jeb. Lock in. Alright, doing decent on fuel. 5,800 Delta V. Jesus. Yup. Just what I wanted. Now. Reaching the abscesses soon. Look at those. It's fucking beautiful. Stage our engine. $70K should be good actually. Almost there. We'll want to turn a bit. Okay, this is looking good. Let's not deploy that. Fucking full on fuel, and we're about to. Okay, we're set. Ooh, stop turning. Come on. $4,000 Delta V. Hit orbit. Ow, catch up. Cut. Satellite is in orbit, but it's around Earth's orbit, which we don't want. We want the moon. Oh, first time using maneuvers. And like, look at that. That can maybe be raised a touch. I don't even have the systems to, but I see it here. That's fine. let's reach the designated equatorial orbit around the moon. Oh my god. Abscessus 201. Prolapsus 178. We could do that. Fuck me. We got that actually. That's not bad at all. So if we go to our maneuver. Oh, slow. Okay. A little bit faster. Approach maneuver. Yeah, that's it. I think it's the blue one. Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be this blue one right here. There's the dot. Balance. Looks good. What's up, Maria Burrells? Oh. Now, if we go to the maneuver, we need a set. Burn time 19 seconds. Node in T-minus 1 minute 47. Do we have to do half or double the burn time? Half, maybe. Let's try half. I dare you to send the Kerbal. I'll do it. Oh! Is that even gonna... Whatever. That's fine. Now. That's true, it says on the stream. Abscessus needs to be 201. Prolapsus needs to be 178. So let's go and counter. Wow. Good thing we saved. And we could fix our maneuver. Wow. We actually had it pretty good before. Oh. Delta V. Let's not miss it this time. Now. Oh, it shows me. Okay. Okay. It won't open. There. Cut it. Why can't I turn? What? Why is nothing working? I can't even use my engine? I can't decouple? What's... Am I out of... Oh my god. Do I have electricity? Like, what happened here? Ah, even clicking this. What? I can still turn here. Alright, let's make her... What? Did I really run out of electrics there? Maybe I'll have to decouple and charge up solars. Or use that. Oh! Oh shit. I fucking... Okay. Good enough. I can still turn now. So I swear to God if we get there and I can't turn. Burn time 18. Let's try not to miss our deadline too. What's her? 1,000,000. God damn. Alright, worst case, like we were saying, decouple, ant engine, and fucking pray. 2,000? Whoa. Something's wrong there. Back to the maneuver. So we're like 2 minutes behind. Okay, good. Here we are. Okay, that's more like it. Fuck was that? 2,700 Delta V needed. Are you crazy? Wait a minute. I have maneuvers. Wait. Huh? Control locked. Oh no. I can't even decouple. Why is control... My ears. Damn, bro. People tell me it's too quiet. People tell me it's too loud. Join in moon orbit. What the fuck? Why was control locked? What? Is control still locked? No. Now it is. Whoa. What? Do I need a decouple? What the fuck? Let me get this open. If I just launch that now. Ooh. Okay, that's gonna just be lost. Don't worry. Who cares? Can I still? Okay. Got electrics. Yeah. Now I'm charging. Now, if I go here, 201. There's close enough. Let's just try to 1200. It's gotta be enough. Stop. Oh, fuck. Wait. Just keep going. Still got 500 Delta V to spare. Eggnog. Ooh, that's gonna be tricky. And I passed. Yeah, we skipped ahead a little too far there. This is about to cut power. Ah, I cut. Yeah, I need to just drop that shit. What if... Do I have a save right before this? That's joining orbit. That's launch. But whatever. There, close enough. Burn time 5 minutes. So I'm gonna have to stop at like 2 minutes. Let me take a piss real quick. That's looking fucking good. I need to save that. Good moon orbit. Yeah, I had to go take a piss real quick. $1,600. Wood. It's literally taking it all. Stop making maneuvers. $500. $900. God damn. We need to use that extra bit of fuel. We've been wasting that. All because of that save. Okay. Ooh. Oh, shit. Wait. Wait a minute. That's fine. Kerbals to interplanetary space. Fuck. Oh my god. Not too sure. Holy. Wait. It's open though. It's not charging. Ah. Alright. Should be fine on this save. Say Jewel if you see my messages. I'll just drop that right away. It'll keep me charged. Yup. Holy fuck, that was close. And now we get to keep some fuel. Fucking, that's all the Delta V we needed. Like, Jesus Christ. We were stupid dropping that. synopsis needs to be 1.7. Or no, let's just start with this. Let's get it close. I mean, that's looking pretty fucking aligned. Nah, we'll do that after. 1500. Okay, it's actually a little bit less than before too. Good thing we're pointing at the sun. Charge that up a little bit more before we turn. Cause yeah, fucking maneuver anyway. Oh jeez. You right. But when you get this contract, fucking mic is shit. Every time I move it around. Oh shit. That's our maneuver. There. Now. Time to maneuver. Right about here. I think we'll start a burn. Oh. We were wasting a bit there though. They're not safe. 2800 joining moon orbit is what we need to have. And that's all we have. This fucking ant engine. Oh. Stop moving so much. What? I didn't even click. Yo. What is going on? I'm not even... I didn't drop it. Oh god, any debris. I'll try to just slingshot it out of here. Away from the moon. Oh! Okay, now we're charging. Oh, that's true, and we gained a couple meter per second delta V. But yeah, maybe if we dig couple early, drop our engine, I'll slingshot off the moon into... Who cares? And then... If we go here, maneuver... Okay, don't do this. And then... Oh, that's true. Let's redo that. And fucking alarm. Oh my god. So annoying. Don't raise. Holy shit. I'm just... Back that up. Loop it. Okay. I mean, that's looking pretty fucking good. I could probably even do it better. Nah, whatever. We'll fix that after. Alright, let's start with that. 400. Ooh. Just saved so much Delta V here. Oh god, and look at this. Maneuver here, and we just catch it perfectly. Wait. Don't they want me to be going the other way? I swear, if I have to be pointing the other way. Let's... join in moon. Oh shit. It's fucking moving. That's fine. Oh, misclick. Are you still tearing? I went to Duna in 12 hours. Okay, buddy. I'm here for the ride. I'll have Jebediah with me, though. If we fix that. Let's fucking get into decent orbit first. actually locked. What? What is got to go see. Nature.